Like colonial Williamsburg, Harper's Ferry is a quaint town situated squarely in the past. After we spent some time walking Harper's historical streets, my fellow interns and I decided to take a admittedly grueling hike up a nearby mountain so we could get a higher vantage point. Fortunately, I was the slowest person in the group, giving me plenty of time to stop and film all sorts of interesting creatures. I spotted this exceptionally large Luna moth standing sentinel on a tree, hugging the trail. I ran across lethargic lizards lazily sunning themselves, haughtily watching human hikers as they struggle to huff their way up the trail. Of course, another commonly encountered creature on the mountaintops are the thickets of lichen that cover every rock surface. If you look closely, you can actually see minute organisms inhabiting this space. 8-legged, microscopic relatives of spiders and scorpions. Another commonly found organism in moss is, of course, the nematode. I talk about them almost every week. Some of you might find them gross, but I find them to be particularly interesting, like crystalline serpents. But hey, if that's not your thing, let's crank up the magnification a little bit more. Swimming through the thin film of water that covers lichen with every mountain rainstorm, single-celled ciliates make their way through this semi-aquatic landscape. Also, here's a pollen grain. I don't know how to fit that in, but there you go. Okay, moving on. The rushing rivers surrounding Harper's Ferry beckoned me. I wanted to take a microscopic look at this water. What creatures could be lying in wait? It was actually a bit of a letdown. It tends to be more difficult to find microscopic life in swiftly moving water. Much better are stagnant pools and puddles, both of which were plentiful in and along this dried up canal. A refuge for those creatures lucky enough to escape the lowering water levels. Ew, that's gross. Let's take a look at something else. These stagnant pools were filled with all sorts of interesting life of all shapes and sizes. Most interesting were the long strands of algae that dug their way through the soil, creating a vast spaghetti-like green forest filled with all sorts of other minute creatures that called it home. Hopefully this emerald city, this microscopic menagerie, can survive until the next rainstorm, breathing new life into the canal of Harper's Ferry. But until that day, that's all for this week, folks. Check out the link below the video where I posted some 360 photos, or check out my YouTube, Instagram, or my website if you want to see more of my wildlife work. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week.